welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to make Matthew and Tammy's favorite meal. Matthew's is the bunny chow. And if you're a lazy person like me, then you're going to love this video because it's for the lazy housewife. I'm going to show you a very quick way to make the bunny chow. And Matthew never really liked seafood. Tammy loved seafood. Tammy loved fish, and she loved sushi and calamari and prawns, but Matthew didn't. So Matthew liked meat, and he loved the bunny chow. So whenever my mom made bunny chow, she used to phone Matthew and say, Matt, wait, don't eat your mom's food yet. And she used to bring his share along. So because it was Tammy's birthday on Wednesday and it's Matthew's birthday next Sunday, instead of baking cakes every year, I just thought I'll do something different. I love to do things differently, and so did Matthew. So today, and we want to make it a little bit exciting for you guys as well, you know. And so I'm going to do the bunny chow. Okay, right, let me start. So this is the lamb that I got. Okay, looks nice and fresh. I'm going to show you how I spice it up. Okay, but you don't have to do it this way. You can just throw everything into the pressure cooker. Okay, but I'm going to show you what spices I'm using today. So remember, I measure with my hands. Okay, I can't measure salt any other way. I have to measure it with my hands. Okay, so this is how I'm going to spice it up. You put some salt in, and then what I'm going to do now is put in, look at the ginger and garlic, how delicious it looks. And we added some fresh dhania in here as well, some fresh coriander. And then I don't use the store-bought ginger and garlic. I love to grind it myself. Okay, if you don't have a mill, I can't find the grater now. You grate it on the very fine side of the grater. And I'm telling you, it makes a very, very good, a very big difference on your food. And then I also grind my own garam masala. Well, I don't go according to the recipe. I just grind the star aniseed, the cinnamon, the bay leaves, ilachi, cloves, fennel. I'm mixing the Indian and the English words here. And that's how I make mine, fresh. And then I put it in this airtight container, and I also keep it in the fridge as well. Okay, your food makes a very big difference if everything is fresh. Okay, even this black pepper is freshly ground. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some ginger and garlic with the coriander. I'll tell you why I'm putting this first before I'm putting the masala, because this sticks to the meat. Okay, this sticks. If you put too much, because it's fresh and strong, if you put too much, it will make the food bitter. Okay, so you need to use your own discretion there. Okay, so now what I do is I first mix this, rub it into the meat, and if you do this first, then the masala sticks onto the meat. It's got to stick onto the meat, then the meat is very tasty as you're eating. Okay, so now I'm just going to mix this all in. Now remember the salt and the ginger and garlic, and you can add chili in your ginger and garlic while you're grinding it. You can add curry leaves. I've got some curry leaves, so I'm not going to add it in here. And then you can add your dhania. Look at the color, how beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to add some turmeric. I like to use the Robertson's turmeric because then I know it's genuine, you know. It's just turmeric powder and nothing mixed in there. So turmeric is not just for the flavor, it's also for the color. Color is very, very important for our curry. Okay, so there we're going to mix it in. Okay, rub it in nicely. And then I'm going to use some of the garam masala. Okay, everything we measure by hand. I wish you could smell this. It's lovely. It's very nice. Okay, I'm not going to put too much, otherwise the curry is going to get too bitter. Then I'm going to use this masala. I can't give you the name. Okay, so I'm just going to use some of this. Okay, it's got nice flavors in. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this special masala that my aunt brought from Durban. It's fantastic. That's all my mom gave me, just a little, so I watch how much I use, okay? The color, this makes a beautiful color. Just makes everything so red and flavorful. Okay, it's also got ginger and garlic and everything in there. All right, and then did I leave out anything? No. So now, mix everything in here. Okay, you're going to see how easy it is to cook this bunny chow. Very easy. Okay, you can even put your bunny chow on and you can go out shopping. Or you can go out doing anything else if it's in the pressure cooker. Okay, you don't have to worry about it burning. Okay, or cooking over. So look at that. Okay, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Okay, now I'm going to show you what to do. If you have a pressure cooker, if you don't have a pressure cooker, go and buy one or borrow your neighbor's. Okay, because you're going to love how I'm going to use it now. Okay, so this is the pot. Inside, I'm going to add some oil in there. Wait, I need to see how much of oil. Okay, a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, no, the lamb is fat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show it to you here so it's easier. Okay, now I'm going to add some. Watch, everything goes in the pot at once. Okay, it's not like that's curry leaves, dry curry leaves. It's not like how we watched our moms cook. Okay, they're going to have to stand there and watch that the curry doesn't get burnt and stuff like that. So now I'm going to put my onions in. You can use any onion. Okay, I have a red onion, so I'm just using the red onion. I don't need to put chili in there. Okay, the ginger and garlic and the spices are in here. Okay, so now I just add everything in the pot. Okay, everything in the pot all together. Now you don't need to spice your meat like this. Okay, you can just put your onion, your oil, and you put your masala in here, and your turmeric and your dhania and jeera and your garam masala, and you can put your meat and just give it a stir. Okay, I just wanted to be a little bit fancy here. Okay, so add everything in here. It's a 6-liter pot, so hopefully everything will go well. And then you can add your potatoes. Yeah, this is what you can do. It's not like you have to wait for the meat to cook and then add your potatoes, and that's old school. Okay, so you don't cut the potatoes too small. Okay, wow, this knife is quite sharp. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Now a lot of people were complaining about the pressure cooker that has gets too much water, too much liquid comes from the veg and the meat and stuff like that. Okay, so what I've learned is you've got to add very little water to the pressure cooker, otherwise everything gets too watery. So now I'm adding some tomato paste. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we need a lot of gravy for what you call it, for bunny chow. Okay, and I think I must just add a little bit of water, just a little bit of water to that as well, just a little bit. Watch here, a little bit. Okay, then you put the whole thing in. Oh, you know what, let me add a little bit of salt. I know a lot of people don't cook with salt. They cook with less salt, or they put salt in halfway or after the food is cooked. Now, that's why Indian cooking is delicious, because we add the salt in from the beginning. Because if the meat cooks, or the chicken or beef, whatever you're making, if it cooks and if you add the salt later, it doesn't penetrate in the meal, okay, in the meat. So we like to add salt, and it makes a very big difference when you add it early. Okay, so now that's all, and then I put it on 30 minutes because this is lamb. Okay, If it was chicken, yes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Tough meat, longer. Okay, but 30 minutes is sufficient for that. And then when it's done, then I'll add the butter beans. Okay, we can't do the butter beans now. So now we're going to wait for that to cook. In the meantime, see what I have here. I have the salad that is a must for all bunny chow. Okay, this is the common Durban salad that goes with the bunny chow. It's just your carrot, your coriander or dhania, and your onion. Okay, you can add chilies as well. You can add chilies to your salad. This is a typical kumquats. If those of you that are familiar with kumquats, I didn't make my, because I'm vegetarian now, I eat a lot of pickle with my food. That's the only way to get the food down and enjoy it, okay? So I don't add a lot of oil and a lot of pickle masala, okay? I'm happy with just a little. And then there's my vegetable pickle, okay? It's got cauliflower, cabbage, carrots, chili, I can't remember what else I put in there. And then there's my mango achar. This is called a one-day mango achar, okay? So you don't need to soak it and dry it and stuff like that. You can just make it now and eat it, okay? That's fresh mangoes. And then this is just for decoration. It's quite beautiful, so I had to buy that. Okay, so these are the condiments that's going to go with the bunny chow. And then what I thought was, this is a very common bread for bunny chow. Well, this is only bread you use for bunny chow, but today I'm not using this bread. Like I said, I like to do things differently, okay? I'm using this bread. It's going to be so cute down here. So I'm going to use that bread. And then I'm also going to show you, if you don't have these breads and if you have a roll, I'm going to show you how to enjoy it with a roll as well. Okay, so we're just going to wait for that to get done and then we'll plate it. The bunny chow is Matthew's favorite, and now I'm doing Tammy's favorite, which is the prawn and the calamari. But this gets interesting. This is how the calamari looks before you see the tubes in the restaurant and your rings that you eat, okay? Andrew caught this. Can you believe it? Andrew caught this. You use a dolly to catch this, not an ordinary hook, but a dolly. And you can only catch it in the deep sea from a boat. So Andrew had the privilege of being able to catch this choker. And I always wanted to catch it myself, okay? But you need to get on that boat and catch it with a dolly, okay? So I'm going to show you how to clean it. I've been doing this from a little girl. I've been cleaning all kinds of seafood from a little girl, okay? I guess that's why I don't really like it too much now, because I've worked with it so much. So these are the wings, and then look at the eyes. Look at the eyes, how cute, look there. Okay, so now what I do first is I pull down. You know what, it's a bit difficult to work with this glove. But anyway, I pull this out, okay? We don't use that. Maybe some people do, but I think, you know what, let me take this glove out. It's easier for me to work with my hands, okay? So there's the wings. We don't use the wings either. We don't cook it for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but that's how I've been taught. And then we use this for bait, okay? We freeze it, and then when we go fishing, then we use that for bait, okay? And this is how the tube looks. But then choker doesn't have bones like the fish. I know everybody knows that, but I'm just saying it. And then this is what keeps their body firm. All right, so let's do the next one. Pull out the head. I'm going to show you a little video of how Andrew caught it, okay? A short video. You pull out the middle piece. I call it the plastic. And you pull out the wings, okay? And this coloring here, the covering, sorry. Yeah, they have color too when they are threatened, and then they let out that ink. So there's the head. And then I'm just going to pull out the skin. Okay, it comes right off. Okay, comes right off. And then this little plastic here. Okay, so I'm not going to fry it. I'm going to make a little creamy curry. Okay, so I like to take that tiny piece off there and open the tube up. This is quite small, eh? It's a baby one. Okay, so I'm going to open the tube up. Oh man. See, there's still some of the contents from the inside which you're going to throw away. Okay. Let's see, yeah. There we go. So now what I do, I have to take, oh yeah, I've got a scissor here. That would be better. Okay. I forgot, that's why I carried the scissor. Okay. So there's more of the inside that we take out. Okay. And then the last one. I'm not very good at frying the calamari, so you know, you're going to soak it in milk and then dip it in egg and flour and then fry it quickly. Like, okay, let's see. So now scrape all that out, scrape all that out, scrape all that out, scrape all this out. Okay, let's put it in the water in the meantime. Yeah, well, when they this size, some people just fry them whole as well. Okay, so let me just put this down there. I'm going to use another board because there's no time to wash that. Okay, let's use another board here. Just rinse them out. Okay, so while I'm rinsing this, I just want to tell you about the prawns. I normally make the prawns butterfly, but I usually use the one with the shell and the head. And what happened was, a couple times when I made prawns for Tammy, there was no flavor inside, okay, because I cooked it too fast with the shell in. So what I normally do is I make the butterfly prawns now. I cut it open, the one with the shell, I cut it open. I put in a toothpick and I put it down like this while I'm frying it. Okay, so then it stays open, because if you don't do that, as soon as you put it in the pot, it'll close, right? So I couldn't get the ones with the shell, so I just slit all this. Okay, these are already deveined, so I don't need to show you how to devein them. So I slit all of them in half, so when they cook, all the flavor is going to go right through the prawn. Okay. Now, okay, I need to take that out as well. I didn't clean it properly. Okay. Now it's cleaned properly. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just cube them. This knife is so nice and sharp, I just mustn't cut my hands, because then it's the end of the video if I cut my hands or my fingers. Okay, so just cube them. Okay, cube them. You can cut them round as well. You can cut them anyhow you want to. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there next to the prawns. Okay. Let's see. So, I wish I had that experience of catching this choker myself. I know how to catch fish. I've caught octopus a few times, seafood. I even caught a prawn with my rod. I can't tell you where I caught it, because we're not supposed to be fishing there, but yeah, that was a surprise. But I've never caught choker. I always saw the boats out on the horizon with all the lights on and stuff. I think they put the light on and the light attracts them, attracts the squid, and then that's how they catch them. Okay, so This is going to cook very fast. Okay. I'll try and go quickly here. So, okay, just a few more pieces left. Last one. It's a tiny one. For all my friends that are watching, I really miss you guys, especially my cooking buddies, Rosie Otigo, Beverly Burke, Ona Kutsia, Petra, Fiat Marie, but I've only made podcasts with you twice, and so much more of my other friends, you know, that I used to enjoy prepping a meal with, and we will do it again in the future, okay? And okay, so now I'm done with the preparation. I've got my onions and I've got my green pepper is very important in here. It tastes so lovely. My coriander and stuff like that. So let's start the cooking process, okay? Okay, so now we're cooking the calamari and the prawns, right? So this pot is a bit too big, but we'll manage. Okay, so that's the oil, and then we're gonna put the onions in. Okay, any onions. Okay, I just have the red, so I'm using the red, and some chilies in there. Okay, let's just put it a little lower. Okay, so we have to let the onions sweat a bit. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, while I'm letting the onions sweat, I'm just gonna put some green pepper. You can add red pepper as well. Yellow pepper. Pepper's very makes it very nice. Okay, the flavor. Bruce gets a whacking with this spoon. So we dedicate this video to him. Okay. So let it just sweat a little bit there, the onion. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some turmeric. So turmeric is not just for the flavor, but for the color as well. Okay. So yeah, it looks like a lot, but it's actually not a lot. And then we're going to add some masala. I don't measure masala with my hand, just the salt, okay, and sugar. Okay, so add some masala. When my friends are cooking with me, then I just say, look that side, and when they turn, I just add extra masala, because they're always going to fry with the amount of masala, then I add in my cooking, but we are so used to it. Okay, a little bit of that special one that makes nice and red. And then a little bit of my dhania and jeera. Just a little. Oh, it smells nice. Well, it's not dhania and jeera, it's got everything in here. This is also freshly ground black pepper. Okay, please make sure if you're cooking anything and you add masala, your stove's got to be very low, otherwise it burns very quickly. Okay, and then what I normally do, just mix it around here. So like I told you, let me just take this off the stove a little bit. You don't need to put it off, okay? What I normally do is I first fry my prawns in butter, okay? And then I put it down like that, okay? I open it up and I put it down like that. But I do that with the prawns that has the shell and the head on, okay? So I open it up and I try and press it down and keep it open, but I have a toothpick in there and it should be the bigger ones. So I'm using like the small ones and they don't have the shell. So I'm not frying it first. Normally I fry it first, take it off the stove and then do my other thing and then put it back. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is add my prawns. Okay, add my prawns in. and let it simmer nicely and let all the flavors come out. Let's just mix it up a little bit. Look how nice that looks, eh? Color looks really nice. So I'm a vegetarian for about 5 months now. I don't know how long I'm going to do it, but it is working out for me. And so I told whoever's going to eat today, I can't taste anything, and whoever's going to eat, I'm not sure if the salt is right. They just have to add more if it's not enough. Okay. So in the meantime, I can add a few curry leaves. Okay, just a few, because you don't want to pick out too many things. Okay. Okay, let that just simmer a little bit. The color is very nice. And then I have tomato paste, and I have pureed tomatoes, fresh. Okay, we did it in that liquidizer. Ginger and garlic. Spices are quite heavy. Ginger and garlic. Okay. Remember I said these are the fresh. Bless me. This is the fresh ginger and garlic, and it makes a very, very big difference to your food. All your spices that are fresh, it makes a very big difference. Okay. So look how nice the color looks. Okay, just put it on a little high. We had to put it on low because the spices were burning. Okay, while we're waiting for that to cook, now we're going to add the, off camera, I was instructed to use the head as well. The head. Okay, so the head is tasty. I had some at the restaurant before. Okay, we can add the calamari. Okay, like that. And I didn't add salt. You know the good thing about doing a cooking video and having people over, in the video if you forget to put something, they wouldn't know. Because they're not tasting it. You see? You can't taste, oh, there's hardly salt or sugar. So let's see. Okay, salt, measure by hand. Okay, we need to put extra salt because we're putting in a lot of tomatoes, okay? I can always add more later. Okay. You've got to add sugar. You've got to add sugar if you are using a lot of tomatoes. Now remember, when you're baking, and the cakes are always sweet, right? So you add a pinch of salt to balance. So it's the same with cooking and salads. I feel it will only taste nice if you add a little bit of sugar as well. I added extra sugar here because of the puree, okay? So, oh, it smells nice. Smells nice. I'm not sure if I mentioned owner Pitsia's name as well earlier on. Okay, now we're going to add the puree. Okay. And the gravy is so important here. Lots of people love to dip their crusty bread in the gravy, so we've got to make extra gravy. Okay, now the color doesn't look right anymore, so I'm going to add some tomato paste. Okay, let's see. Wow, this meal is going to come out so nice. Okay, let's see, let it just simmer. You know what, I've got so little tomato paste here. Let's just add it in. Just Yeah, let's just put it on high. Just put it on high. In the meantime, while we're waiting for this to cook, I just want to show you how cleverly made this little, what do you call it? Cart, food, stove cart, I don't know what you call it, but this little cart was from my mom's bathroom, which she threw out. This stove was a stove from Sasha that she threw out. She didn't need it anymore. And then somebody put this together. And then look at the bottom. The one side has wheels and the one side just has those little stands for you to pull it up and wheel it outside if you want to cook. Wheel it into your garage, into your kitchen, into your front yard, wherever you want to cook. So that is very cleverly done. Today we were supposed to have cooked outside, and we were supposed to put up Matthew's tent, you know, just for the atmosphere and have a little picnic. But if you're from PE, you know that the weather wasn't too good today. It was very windy and lots of rain, but I love the rain. I love the rain. And so we had to just quickly, you know, change everything and then do it inside. I think this needs to be higher. It needs to be higher. Okay, so we're just going to let that simmer. And then at the end, I'm going to add the fresh cream. Okay? Now, you would normally use coconut milk, right? And then sometimes I use half coconut and half fresh cream. But I somehow like the taste of the fresh cream, just the fresh cream. It's just more creamier. So it's up to you. You can use coconut milk, or you can use half fresh cream, half coconut milk, or just fresh cream. I'm just using fresh cream today. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see through the steam. I just wanted you to see the color before I put the fresh cream. Okay, see how lovely it looks. With the green chilies, with the curry leaves and the pepper. Okay, so now I'm going to add the fresh cream. Okay, I'm going to add the whole thing. The more you add, the creamier your food is. Okay. So let's go, let's go. So the color will change a bit, but it will look even more delicious. Okay. So lovely. Even the cameraman can't help drooling right now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to let that simmer and get a little bit thick. The lamb is done, the lamb curry. I'm just thickening it a bit. You know how it is with the pressure cooker, okay? Everything looks watery when you open the lid. Okay, so now we're just going to let that simmer a bit. So this is ready. We don't want it too thick and we don't want it too watery. Okay, so this is perfect because we're going to dip bread in this and have it. You can have it with rice if you want to. So the gravy is very important. That's why we don't want it too thick. And I actually wanted French loaves, but they didn't have any this morning. So I settled for just normal sesame buns. Okay, so you can have it with whatever bread you want to, even toast. It's delicious. Okay, so I'm going to put this off now, and I'm just going to wait for the lamb. Okay. Okay, so now in the lamb curry, I just added some butter beans. It's delicious with butter beans. You can add sugar beans if you want to. You can add peas. You don't have to add any of this canned stuff. Okay. But the butter beans is very tasty. Okay. And then we're just making it a little bit thick right now. Okay. Just waiting for it to get a little thick. I just wanted to show you something quickly before I plate the food. Tammy's MasterChef apron that I still have. Yeah, it was her birthday and all her friends had this and they had to do something to do with biscuits and cupcakes and stuff like that. So I just needed to show you guys this. It's her little hanger as well. Okay, now we're ready to plate. Trying to get everything in here, the green chili and the green peppers. Wow, Oh, it smells good. Wish you could smell what I smell. Okay, so there we go. There's the calamari and the prawn dish. And then we're just going to top it up with some dhania. Okay, make everything look so pretty. Okay, so what you do is, what I would do is, I'll just slice this rolls and then just dip it in there and eat it like that. Because there's plenty of gravy. Okay. So we are done with the prawn and the calamari. Now we would be plating the lamb, the bunny chow. Okay. I just want to pick it up and bring it here so it's easier to dish. Okay. So I'm using a pot bread. Just going to cut a hole in the middle. And then I must try not to cut right at the bottom. Otherwise all the gravy will leak out there. This is roasted garlic on top. Okay. You just scoop this out. That came out nice. I'm going to dip this in there just now. I first want to dish out some curry. Ooh, this looks really nice. Can you see the potatoes are still whole? Okay. See, potatoes and everything is cooked. So I didn't need to open and check and keep checking that it doesn't get dry. That's the advantage of a pressure cooker. Let's put some gravy. Oh, gravy is so important. This looks so good and it smells so good. You see the butter beans as well? It's still whole. If I put it in with the potatoes and the meat, it would have disintegrated. Okay, I know I'm messing, guys, but I can't help that. Ooh. And some gravy. Gravy is so important here for the bunny chow. Okay, one more piece of meat. Looking for the prize piece. The prize piece. Okay, and a piece of potato. Wow, this looks quite nice. Okay, now I'm just going to dip the bread in here. Oh, this was my favorite part when I was small. I just liked that. Okay, let's see. Some dhania for the garnish. Lovely dhania for the garnish. Okay, so what I'm going to do is place that there. I'm supposed to let some of the gravy fall down there as well. Okay, let's see. Put that back. I'm going to put that back. And bring this here. All the condiments. You can use beetroot salad as well. I love beetroot salad. I just didn't have the time to do beetroot salad as well. So there's your pickles, your salad, and your delicious bunny chow. Okay, the reason I added the turmeric bottle here, the Robertson's bottle, is for you to see how big the bread is.
Yummy, yummy.
Okay, so this is the last lap of our video and we're just going to finish off with the dessert. And I want to thank Sue Collins for dropping this inner parliament brownie, which I think is one of the best, and she dropped it off for Tammy and Matthew, and I really appreciate that, and I want to say thank you to you. And so we have chocolate ice cream. Okay, we did the brownies according to what it says on the box, instructions on the box. And then Matthew used to love his desserts like this. So I just want to put the 2 brownies there on that side. And then I would, Snickers, that's it. Just add some Snickers Snickers there. Okay. And then some M&M's for Tammy. So the Snickers is for Matthew and the M&M's is for Tammy. Ah, there we go. Oh, that looks so lovely. Joining us, and next year I'll have something else that's exciting for you guys to watch. Okay, thank you for joining us. Cheers.